discussing effective job interview techniques. I have 8 different tips to help you out. Tip number 1, conduct research on the employer, hiring manager, and job opportunity. Success in a job interview starts with a solid foundation of knowledge on the job seeker's part. You should understand the employer, the requirements of the job, and the background of the person interviewing you. The more research you conduct, the more you'll understand the employer and the best you'll be able to answer interview questions. Scour the organization's website and other public mediums, search engines, research tools, and ask questions about the company in your network of contacts. Number 2, review common interview questions and prepare your responses. Another key to interview success is preparing responses to expected interview questions. First, ask the hiring manager as to what type of interview to expect. Will it be one-on-one or in a group? Will you be with one person or will you be meeting with several members of the organization? Your goal is to try to determine what you'll be asked and to compose detailed yet concise responses that focus on your skills, experience, and accomplishment. A good tool to remember your responses is to put them into a story form that you can tell in the interview. Tip number 3, dress for success. Planning on a wardrobe that fits the organization and its culture, striving for the most professional appearance you can accomplish. Remember, it's always better to be overdressed than under. And wear clothing that fits you and is clean and pressed. Keep excessive jewelry to a minimum. Try not to smoke or eat right before the interview, and if possible, brush your teeth or use mouthwash. Tip number 4, arrive on time, relax, and prepared for the interview. There is no excuse for being late to an interview short of a disaster. Strive to arrive about 15 minutes before your scheduled interview to complete additional paperwork and allow yourself time to get settled. Arriving a bit early is also a chance to observe the dynamics of the workplace. Tip number 5, make a good first impression. A cardinal rule of an interviewer is to be polite and offer warm greetings to everyone you meet, from the parking attendant to receptionist to hiring manager. Employers often are curious about how applicants treat staff members, and your job offer could easily be determined if you're rude or arrogant to any of the staff. When it's time for the interview, keep in mind first impressions the interviewer gets the first few seconds of the meeting can make or break the interview. Tip number 6, remember the importance of body language. While the content of the interview responses is paramount, poor body language can be a distraction at best or a reason not to hire you at worst. Effective forms of body language include smiling, eye contact, solid posture, active listening, and nodding. Detrimental forms of body language include slouching, looking off in the distance, playing with a pen, fidgeting in your chair, brushing your hair, touching your face, chewing gum, or mumbling. Tip number 7, ask questions. Studies consistently show that employers make a judgment about an applicant's interest in a job by whether or not the interviewee asks questions. Thus, even if the hiring manager was thorough in his or her description about the job opening and what is expected, you must ask a few questions. This shows that you had done your research and that you are curious. The smart job seeker prepares questions to ask days before the interview. Add additional queries that may arise from the interview. Tip number 8, thank the interviewers in person, by email, or mail. Common courtesy and politeness goes far in an interview. Thus, the importance of thanking each person who interviewed you should come as no surprise. Start the process while at the interview. Thank each person who interviewed you before you leave. Write a thank you email or note shortly after the interview. This will not get you a job offer, but doing this will give you an edge over other finalists who didn't bother sending a thank you note. So just remember, success in a job interview takes research, practice, and persistence. The more effort you put into your interview preparation, the more success you'll see in obtaining a job offer, especially if you remember these interview tips. Thank you for watching.